All right, Crossroads Sports. I'm Brandon Reef, joined as always by my co-host Jonathan Birdsong. It is Wednesday, July. I don't even know what the date is anymore. 17th, 16th, episode number 356. JB, how are you? Are we good with audio and
Man, it doesn't
visual?
matter. It's the 16th. Brandon Reef and Lawson. You back?
I'm here. Are you there, JB?
Here, man. Hey, man, we're not going to have no problems like we had last week, man. But, like, now we broadcasting live here from Circle City.
You're cutting out, man. You're
Circle
cutting
City,
out again.
Indianapolis, Brandon Reef. Oh, man, don't start this, man, tonight, man. But, like, no, man, a lot to talk about.
It's fucked up. It's weird. All right, man, we're gonna see how this goes. I want to dive right in. John's video is now shape shifted. We got NBA to talk about tonight.
We're not doing
Are you there?
I'm still here, man. I'm talking. Go ahead.
Okay. We got NBA, a little bit of the NFL, some quick hitters, some news and notes from around the world of sports. JB, let's start off first with the NBA. Pacers update. They did sign Isaiah Jackson, 3-year, $21 million deal. It was a cap-friendly deal for Indiana. They're re-signing Isaiah coming off of the Achilles injury. That's him and Wiseman both now signed coming off their Achilles. Oh, he's muted. Are you there,
How's my
JB?
connection there?
I can
Still
hear
here.
you.
How's my connection there? Okay,
Yep.
My connection's good there. That's good. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so thoughts on Isaiah Jackson, 3-year, $21 million ideal sign for Indiana, cap friendly.
That's cap friendly, man. You know, the Pacers are still going to remain competitive. If anybody kind of seen what the kid Taylor and the kid Cam Johnson, I'm saying Pacers going to have some decisions from a roster standpoint when all things kind of dust settles, Turner's with the Pacers, and they need support. And again, stayed in house and home, and signed Jackson. I mean, excuse me, it can't be necessarily surprised. Brandon just got to kind of deal with. Kind of looks like what's kind of going for those individuals kind of struggle with staying healthy all season. That's what I kind of look at it long term.
Okay. Miles Turner decided to make some comments in his press conference over last week that kind of rubbed some people the wrong way, rubbed the city the wrong way. I know me and you kind of had mixed thoughts on that. I'm trying to see if I can get a little bit of audio from that. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, we had a couple different audio things. This was Miles when he was talking at Summer League, kind of what his thoughts were, expecting what to expect when he's coming back to Indiana for the first time.
What do you expect your first time back playing in Indiana?
Oh, I don't know what to expect, man. I really don't. I think it's going to be half and half. There's even my time there was a lot of people that want to be off the team, and now they got what they wanted, and now they're complaining still.
So he ain't wrong there. There was people pissed off and wanting him gone, but and then kind of speaking on the Pacers free agency to join the rivals and go to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, I was damned if I did, damned if I didn't in the situation. That's kind of the way I looked at it. The negotiations in this business, it's just it's a part that the casual fan doesn't get to see. But I will say, definitely, you're going to take whatever storyline you want, with this. And we have this heated rivalry. So no matter what I say, it's going to get twisted into whatever they wanted to be for the narrative. So, there was no love lost. When I went through this entire situation, I just went and made the best decision for myself and, for my family moving forward.
So he made that one, and then this was the little jab at the actual press conference.
But for me, ultimately it was about just staying competitive.
2 years ago, got to Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously, last year we got to the finals. But being there, being part of it, winning basketball has just changed my entire perspective on this league. And all chance to remain competitive here. And John, even Doc, has assured me that winning is a top priority here, and we just align with our visions.
So, your thoughts there, John? Because he kind of threw his rest of his team under the bus. Said, "Yeah, I want to come here for winning and a winning culture, veterans and stuff." Kind of threw the young guns, and I loved Nemhard's reaction. They interviewed him, and he kind of gave that death stare into the camera. So, thoughts on Miles and kind of how it matriculated a little bit?
I think the Pacers know that they, you know what I'm saying, again, that the greatest unit, you know what I'm saying, he's going to join the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, what is your role up there? Your role is kind of clearly defined here with the Pacers. What is his role up there going to be? And what do they really have around outside of coach who's been like, how many teams has he coached for? And that's no shade on Doc Rivers, but there were times that they were calling for they were calling for his job last year. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what did Miles Turner really snarky other than what they kind of done back to move on? And like I said, man, I guarantee you the next thing come out of Pacers' mouth, Brandon, won't be Miles Turner. It'll be the Furphy dunk or what role they'll have for Cam Jones or, you know what I'm saying, some other.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I enjoyed the Furphy dunk.
Rookie that might be getting acclimated. Like, how can they get them acclimated faster?
Yeah. Sorry, John. Your audio. I've had people texting me. Your audio is cutting out bad. They only got about 6 words out of your last statement there. But while he's doing that, I'll continue on. Some news and notes. Also, there's 4 teams have contacted Rich Paul, LeBron James. Is he staying in LA? Is he leaving LA? The Bovada odds, the DraftKings odds, those type of things have Dallas Mavericks as the favorite, them or the Cavs as the favorites to land LeBron James in a trade. If the Lakers were to trade LeBron, it sounds like LeBron was upset that he was not part of the information in the know when they decided to say, hey, we're selling the team. They let Luka know, but they didn't let LeBron know. I'm fine with it because Luka's the future of that franchise, not LeBron. I don't think it was a spot where you needed to tell him on that. And I've been right 3 out of the 4 times LeBron James has left somewhere to go somewhere else. I called it when he first left Cleveland, went to Miami. That's kind of my famous one with Jonathan Birdsong. When we first met was me calling that one, and then him going back to Cleveland. And then obviously we had the Lakers. I don't think LeBron James finishes next season as a Los Angeles Laker. I think the Lakers are going to try to get some value out of it, even if it's by the trade deadline. And he'll be traded because they need to get a big in there. DeAndre Ayton is not stopping anybody going to the basket. As much as they think he ain't stopping anybody. So they need to get a big. They need to get some draft picks. But I do think LeBron James will be traded by the deadline of this next NBA season, John.
I still stick to my guns, man. He's not leaving the state of California. I jokingly kind of joked around with our sponsor, Nickel State Farm Insurance, man, that why don't Maverick Carter just buy the Kings and they trade LeBron James, you know what I'm saying, directly, just trade it to the team that he's going to automatically own, man. He doesn't want to leave California. His other son plays for, Bronny. Everybody knows Bronny plays for the team. There's going to be some, you know what I'm saying, I know some naysayers about what he should and not should be on the main roster. I think he probably should be kind of starting on the G League roster. But if you trade LeBron James, you got to trade that. And like I said, LeBron doesn't you kind of telling your team, yeah, we got Luka and Larry, we're going a new direction, but you know what I'm saying, realistically, any type of championship, like without LeBron James. And I know, like, you know, since there's some people say, well, we only got one in the you know what I'm saying, up sub 7 years that he's been there. But like Brandon, I don't necessarily see that. There's it might I'll give it a 1% chance. You know what I'm saying, the closer we get to the, you know what I'm saying, February 2026 deadline. But yeah, it's a change in winds in LA for sure.
They can trade for him Decott. They've got some expiring contracts. They got bigs they can get rid of. I know they re-signed guys, but they can trade them. I mean, shit. Who'd they just get in free agency? They got somebody big.
It would be bad PR though, man.
It would be. It would be. You're doing a rental, and I understand the Lakers side of it though, because you want to trade somebody before and get some value out of it. Because look at the Pacers. They didn't get to trade Miles Turner, and he walked, and you got zero in return for it. So, I think the Lakers are ready much for a breakup as much as LeBron is. And I think you try to do it, and they try to find a way to do it amicably. Well, Decott, it is already April, yeah, but the Cavs have very large contracts that they can move as well. So it only takes two players with their salary to match up with LeBron's. And
everybody would, all ownership would do open arms with LeBron James. Any owner, because your ticket sales gonna go up out the, you know what I'm saying, out the roof. So
yeah, we got sidelines, Ball State, chirp chirp, yes sir. Our Ball State, me and John obviously went to Ball State, so always great to see sidelines chiming in there with that.
Absolutely.
One thing, John, that I saw that I don't want any part of is there's rumors that Victor Oladipo is seeking an NBA comeback. That quote, he's been impressing teams, and the latest Vegas odds have the Pacers as the favorites to sign Victor. I don't want Oladipo 2.0 back in Indy. I don't.
Yeah, I don't. You want to see that story kind of? I mean, I'm rooting for Victor Oladipo. I follow him, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram, and you know what I'm saying, even when he had the last injury, he didn't automatically shut the door. Just knew he had like a long way to go. I don't necessarily think we'll ever see the best. What was the best version of Victor Oladipo? Right? I would say it's in a Pacers uniform. I would say it has been a Pacers uniform. We know we bounced around between Oklahoma and the Magic and whatnot, but it was the best version of him was in a Pacers uniform. But Brandon, you know, this is the organization. I just said it last week, man. I told you Miles Turner probably, you know, so even though Miles Turner, you know, saying they're on the outs right now, he'll get his jersey moment in the rafters. But and the Pacers do have like a swinging door when it comes to former players, man. So right now, I kind of agree with you, Brandon. Like you still see, and most of us, you know what I'm saying, we're in the yesers, right, era of the Pacers where you want to still keep playoff dominance. You want to make sure that they get through the regular season, again, you know what I'm saying, injury free, and get back to the playoffs and still have somewhat of a sharp sword and ready to go. And if Cam Jones or whoever else, I don't keep on hyping him up like he ain't, you know what I'm saying, he ain't if they got caught up to the roster or Murphy or whoever else.
Right.
Jarrett Walker, whoever that person might be, because again, they're going to be missing a whole 20 points, 10 assists, all those things that Tyrese Halliburton brings. And if you're just asking the championship team we kind of saw to kind of make sure that kind of happens, like no, that somebody has to step up. So new era Pacers, man, can't wait. But I don't necessarily see Victor Oladipo in that picture with them. No, I don't.
It was noted today the Suns finally got the buyout with Bradley Beal.
That's
Bradley
crazy.
Beal's going to be a Clipper. But I did pull some audio the other day for this that was on Fox Sports 1, which if you haven't seen, they've cleaned house of a lot of shows and a lot of people. Your girl Joy Taylor, gone.
She's gone. Yep.
Acmo, whatever his name was, gone. You got all these other guys gone out of there. But this was what they thought, and I see why they got rid of shows with dumbass statements and hot takes like this. I see why Fox Sports got rid of their guy. I'm gonna play this for you, John, and it just I went in on Twitter on him because I was just like, we can't. And it's not Chris Broussard, but Broussard was on the show. But I'm curious your take on this.
When the Suns get rid of Bradley Beal, the Lakers could get him for $5 million. Bradley Beal is the missing piece. You can just go ahead and get the parade ready for the Lakers if they get Bradley Beal.
Excuse me? Get the parade ready.
What parade?
I think the Clippers are, but what parade are we talking to begin with? Hot take just to have, I mean, these guys hosted Colin Cowherd's show while he was on vacation. They almost got his show canceled with stupid ass stuff like that.
Saying stuff like that, man, when Bradley Beal has been a net negative for how many teams? Right before he even got to Phoenix, man. You know what I'm saying? There was that hot man. Well, it wasn't necessarily a hot mess. We had 1 or 2 good years with Russ Westbrook, but nah, man. This untradeable contract that's kind of been held down the Phoenix Suns for like the last 3 seasons because they wanted to move on from him when they knew it wasn't going to work out with him and Booker on the floor. So, $97 million, man. Money ain't real, including in NBA. And
you said that before.
Whatever they were trying to build is gone. And it's weird, man. They just got a collection of superstar, all-star players now in the Clipper locker room, and I would assume they would probably be our odds-on favorite to win the NBA championship as the closer we get to all that. We can get all these rosters solidified. But yeah, man, they just you can't nobody's saying he's gonna print off the money. I mean, I know that was before press time. Nobody's saying he's gonna print off the money, run the parade for the Clippers because Bradley Beal and now he signed up with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. No, man, it's a little bit harder than that, yo.
Devin Booker put on his Instagram after that on his Instagram story the eyes emoji and clapping. So he was glad to see him get the hell out of Phoenix too.
Oh wow.
John, WNBA All-Star Game is this weekend here in Indianapolis. Yeah. Caitlin Clark will be out. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. You're exclusive from me. She will be out this weekend. Mother groin issue. She was out tonight against New York. She was crying on the bench last night. Mm-hmm. Just sit out until it's fully healed. I understand it's Indianapolis, though, all this, but there's bigger pictures probably than an exhibition game, right? This weekend. But I want to, not as much as the actual Caitlin Clark saga with this. I want to talk about the changes that the WNBA is making for the All-Star game. I don't know if you've seen this. It's a little Mickey Mouse-like, so I'm really curious what your thoughts are.
Okay.
They are going there. This is how they're tweaking their game Saturday night. They're adding 4 additional 4-point AT&T circles at each end of the court from 28 foot for a 4-point shot. So you're looking like Rock and Jock. They're doing a 20-second shot clock.
Okay.
A hockey-like live play subs. So just get off the bench, live play, sub in, sub out like they do in hockey, and then no free throws until the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Oh, well, no. Then if you put all that in front of me, then Caitlin Clark should not play in any type of – this game is a Rock and Jock game. This game is like, even if this is a test – for the NBA, they need to run away from this because like nobody wants to see 4 points. And I know they're doing some kooky things coming up in the NBA All-Star game as well, but 2026. But like, no, man, this is straight off the MTV.
What do you think of the hockey-like subs?
That's it. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna be mic'd up. They'll be like it'll just be noise and entertainment, and like I'm sure we get clipped up. Yeah, we'll get clips and stuff from it, man. But that's not competitive basketball. And this is from a league. I'm not going to shit on it, man. This is from a league, though. It's not struggling with viewership. So it's weird why they have to go through this, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Mickey Mouse. They're not struggling. When it comes to that particular game and their event, they're not struggling with viewership. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah, Sideline says it's a carnival game. 100%. It feels like a carnival game out there.
The Bananas going to be there? The band of Bananas, are they going to be performing at halftime too? Shoot, why not?
Right. Let me ask you this. Caitlin Clark obviously got hurt again. The injuries, there's definitely, and I don't want to go into nauseam because I think the regular media have talked about it at nauseam about it, was the fouls, the non-call fouls, people getting chucked, people getting thrown to the ground, the calls not being there favorable for Caitlin Clark and everything. And I think I heard this morning, Colin Cowherd was talking about it, and I looked into it a little more. She's almost, and I'm not putting her in, I'm just saying the equivalence. She's almost got the Jordan-like, is what we're looking at, because Jordan was very flashy, very, oh my God, his first year in the league, kind of like Caitlin was, right? Year 2 is when Jordan got hurt because people were just trying to find a way to stop him, which was banging into him, getting him hurt, whatnot. Caitlin Clark, same situation. Her getting hurt, how do you stop her? You just bang into her, get her, knock her off her game a little bit. I'm not saying she's Michael Jordan, but I'm seeing similarities as two greats, kind of how their careers are starting. And it's going to be really kind of seeing how Caitlin goes from year 3 to year 4 to year 5 with it. Some people are saying maybe Stephanie White and her is not the thing. I don't believe that. I think they just have a couple other pieces. By the way, DeWanna Bonner, if there's any investigating we need to look at, it's going to be this lady that she basically threw in the towel on this team while she was playing. Because her first game out there for Phoenix the other night, she did 18 and 14. And this woman couldn't score 2 points out there for the Fever during her time with Indy. So I think that needs to be investigated. But thoughts on Caitlin Clark, the foul calls, the not foul calls, where's the happy medium? And I don't know, man. There's not a black ball, but it's like a black eye just for some reason on her on this league by other players.
Yeah, it's rather interesting, man. You know what I'm saying? You open up the app, turn on your TV. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they've been in the WNBA the shortest amount of time, but they've accumulated, you know what I'm saying, the media attention and you know what I'm saying, and every kind of thing kind of comes with that. Caitlin Clark, you know what I'm saying, there's folks think she's kind of damaging her brand or something like that. I don't think that. I mean, she's just finding her way through the W, just like any other player, you know what I'm saying, naturally would. People automatically like, dude, let's not rush to greatness, or let's not rush, you know what I'm saying, the process. You know what I'm saying? Let's get through the process. You know what I'm saying? The team probably still ain't even solidified just yet. Right. You know what I'm saying? As far as the roster is concerned, I kind of temper what I say on the W. They have improved from last year. Again, though, like they go through the inconsistent over even when she's playing where they can't score. So again, Brandon brings up, you know what I'm saying, a coaching issue, and then we have that might need to be investigated when another player kind of goes off somewhere else and has a double. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a system. Maybe I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever may be. But like so much of it was Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. I don't think it was over-reported when either in the 80s or 90s when a superstar player got into the face of a referee. With her, or even like I said, even Ranger Reese, it becomes automatically, oh man, she's bad apple, or oh man, you know what I'm saying, she's pompous, or some type of slant. You know what I mean? And Brandon, I think it's this lazy reporting on most of it, because like a lot of us guys have been reporting NBA for years, or doing drafts and mock drafts or whatever for years, and if whatever, and like now this is brand new, and you just kind of want to paint like no, or find the best story, or how can you chime in and talk about this? Like no, man.
And she's done a great job coming in. She's lifted the league. Travel. What was WNBA travel? Looked like shit, right? Before everyone commercial flights, right? TV ratings have went up. Prices, tickets, stuff has went up. Revenue for TV revenue. You're getting more, publicity, more exposure now. They just talked about, getting that. They got the new media rights deals coming out. The biggest thing they need to fix is officiating now, because I watched some of these officials, and I'm not saying just for Caitlin Clark, but I'm watching some of these other games, the Liberty game.
Nobody get a fair with the right.
These refs are terrible. And you want to know what I looked up? Do you know? And this is where the W needs to figure it out next, right? They need to uplift it. The WNBA officials are making less than what college basketball Power 5 referees are making. What are we doing? And we're wondering why the calls aren't consistent. We're wondering why we got shitty referee play going out there. It's because you have referees that you're not paying any money to. You're paying they're making $178 a game. That's less than what the college referees are making in the Power 4 conferences. And we're talking about professional women's basketball, John. That's on the rise.
It's on the
What are we doing?
rise. It's
What are we
right.
doing? Like, they need to get out of their own way now, and they need to uplift this. You've
Well,
done the
that's
travel.
what you also know. They're also in the middle of a collective bargain. That kind of comes off in the off season, the collective bargaining agreement, and like what that looks like, what the raise was like. I think the ladies have a big number in their mind on what everybody kind of should get, and I think the ownership has a significant raise, but not that same number. So all these things are probably kind of factor into, like the referees that get paid, the coaches get paid. I think rosters probably need to get bigger too. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of other players playing internationally or not even playing, or not even playing because, you know what I'm saying, because players feel like, I can't, why would I pay for less than what my value is on the market? You know what I'm saying? So all those things are probably going to come to head real soon.
Next topic, MLB All-Star Game reaction. I actually liked the All-Star Game itself. I loved it. I was intrigued for the 3.5 hours. NL was up 6-0. The AL came back late, tied it up 6-6, and we had our very first version of not ending the game in a tie. We're not going extra innings. We had a home run derby, 3 versus 3. You pick your 3. AL and NL both picked their 3. Whoever hits the most home runs wins the All-Star game. I like that format. I wish. Now they said they picked them beforehand just in case it would happen, but I still don't know how the style was because you didn't see Aaron Judge, you didn't see Shohei Ohtani, you didn't see the big dumper out there who won the home run derby, Cal Raleigh. But you saw Schwarber and them, so you didn't even do the best of the best. So I don't know how they went about, and Pete Alonso didn't even get to participate because NL already won by Schwarber. But I'll tell you this. I think we're very close. I think this was a litmus test to see kind of the reaction, what people thought. I can see this coming down the line where we don't have extra inning games anymore in Major League Baseball during the regular season, to where after you get done with 9 innings, it's the home run derby, 3 players, boom, 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 let's get it done. Fans love it. I mean, you're sitting here cheering for it. The best part, the MLB has figured out how to do it for their All-Star game. They always have.
They have.
NFL,
that part I agree with.
NBA, trash.
Yes.
NHL, they're starting to figure it out. They have the world thing now that was very good this year. MLB's figured it out, how to be interactive, how to make the game exciting. And this was another step for them. I'm not against them doing this in the regular season. Just for the regular season, not the postseason. But I'm not against them doing this in the regular season after 9 innings to do just home run derby for 3 to see who wins the game. I'm not against it. I love it. If you don't want it to get there, then guess what? Win the game in regulation because you don't have to worry about pitchers, losing pitchers, that type of thing, to arms getting tired. Your thoughts on it, John?
Not regular season, man. Just keep it in the All-Star game, not regular season, man. It'll historically, man, you know what I'm saying? No, man. Tim Kirchner rolling over his grave and he ain't even dead yet, man. So no, I could see it, man. But like you're spot on, man. Major League Baseball still makes their All-Star game worth watching. It's still a competitive, you know what I'm saying, an event. And like I said, the other brands need to figure it out. And I know, you know what I'm saying, it's Adam Silver's tinkering, and NFL it's done deal. That All-Star game, that All-Star weekend is rock and jock. But no, man, salute to the. I haven't seen the numbers that on the ratings yet for the Major League Baseball All-Star, but I imagine they're pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. The Open Championship, the 4th major for the PGA and all of them is this actually it starts in 4 hours over there at Royal Porch or Port Royal Rush. Sorry, Royal Port Rush. Rory, you got to think, he loved that. Rory's the main favorite there for those fans, obviously over there. But I'm excited for the next major. I love this one because it goes on. I might wake up, I go to bed tonight and wake up a little, 4 or 5 a.m., catch a couple hours of the round before I go into work tomorrow. But I love this major, and I'm excited to kind of see how that 4th major, because right after this, you're kind of just prepping up for Ryder Cup. that's going to be happening in September. So, but the fourth major starts in just a matter of 3 or 4 hours.
Well, before we shift off the golf, man, aren't you going to the local? Ain't there a live event coming to the Circle City?
Yeah, I got approved for credentials to go to Live Golf Indianapolis in August. So I will be representing Crossroads Sports there at the Live event. I'm still trying to work out a couple details, some logistics with them, because what I got, what I was supposed to get's a little different. So I'm still working out a little bit there, but we will be there. And it's right down the road from where I live here, which is perfect. It's like 5 minutes away. So I might even take my scooter down there for that. So that's pretty cool. But speaking of just down the road from where I live, auto racing news locally here. Ed Carpenter, the Butler Bulldog himself, John. Ed Carpenter Racing is going to open up a new multi-million-dollar shop, fan experience, such right here in Westfield, right up by Grand Park. These guys, Grand Park. I don't know if people don't know. Look up Grand Park. It has thousands, hundreds of thousands of athletes all year long, whether it be lacrosse, soccer, baseball, softball, indoor football. The Colts have their training camp here next week that starts up here in Westfield as well. So I'm sure I'll run into Daniel Jones again and maybe Anthony Richardson at the Dairy Queen or something like that. But Ed Carpenter and them are going to be coming up here building their next facility. So very, very cool to see it kind of moving up north up here, getting that. What grinds my gears, John? And I want to know your reaction to it. The Indiana Hoosiers football team has canceled a home-and-home series with Virginia for 27-28, and they must pay them $500,000 for canceling. Then they went ahead and scheduled home games against Kennesaw State in 27, Austin Peay in 28, and Eastern Illinois in 29. The IU has gotten rid of all Power 4 non-conference opponents through 2030. Is this a good thing or a bad thing, in your opinion? And I'll give you my reaction.
It's a thing that they're kind of, again, trying to set themselves up for success to try to get into the playoffs, navigating the playoffs. And again, bad because now you're not necessarily trying to win the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? Because iron sharpens iron. And no disrespect to Kennesaw State, really no disrespect to Virginia. Like, you shouldn't have been, why are you scheduled Virginia any freaking way? You know what I'm saying? But home and home. But it costs you $500,000. Like, I don't fiscally, from a program standpoint, like IU, like $500,000, like that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Not like it ain't, it ain't like Alabama. Alabama sneaks out $500,000, right? So like I don't, they're managing. He just it's cursing that he's managing his schedule so that he can end up at least, you know what I'm saying, if it's either one loss or two loss, you know what I'm saying, like how we say, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I got, you know what I'm saying, 10 wins in front of me. So, but you wouldn't think they would be scared of Virginia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't, but I think that's a product of what college football and the college football playoff is now, is that you do enough to keep your head above water, and these conferences are huge already. If you can get 3 free games, all you got to do then is go in and maybe win 6 of your conference games. That puts you at 9. That gives you a chance to be the 12th seed, 11th seed in the playoffs, possibly. So I it's smart by you, but overall, logistically, I don't like it. I think it sucks. If that's the case, then guess what? Let's just get rid of another non-conference game. And let's just add another conference game. Do you really need 3 non-conference games then at that point if you're not playing any of the Power Fours?
You want to add?
I want to add a conference game. Get rid of a non-conference, add a conference game.
Yeah, that could add some intrigue. Yeah, I'm with
you have
that.
18 teams. You already have teams you're not playing,
right?
Throughout the season. So why not just get rid of one non-conference team that doesn't matter? Like when Austin Peay. I mean, you're going to look at a joke. You can have 2 non-conference, but if this is what teams are going to go to, then you might as well scrap it and just add that extra conference game in there.
Yeah, I got chirped by some USC fans, man, that feel that if their team gets past Michigan and Notre Dame, that they got a good chance of winning the Big Ten.
USC.
That's what I got. Yes, I got chirped by some fans a couple of days ago, man. They was like, John, you know what I'm saying? They want, USC fans want to get back to that, you know what I'm saying, that table. They haven't been there yet. They faked funk a
Yep.
lot of the last couple of series. Even in the Pac-12, they faked the funk. How do you fake the funk in the Pac-12? It ain't here no more. But like, nah, man, they feel that if they can get past Michigan and Notre Dame, that they will finally be back in. You know what I'm saying? The Big Ten schedule is navigable enough that they will have a table at the playoffs somehow, some way.
Yeah.
It's hard ass though. Hard ass actually to beat Notre Dame. Oh yeah, it's simple as that. Beat Notre Dame, beat Michigan.
Yeah, right. Your thoughts? Colts camp starts next week. What are you looking forward to the most to see out of this Colts camp? What's your kind of main or one or two storylines you're going to be watching?
Well, excuse me. Brandon Reed, we're gonna see. I go back to college week 1. Those are Ohio State played Texas. All eyes, inclusive the Ursay's daughters, will be watching that game to see how many touchdowns Archie Manning throws. Right. You're gonna want to see if Shane Steichen can manufacture the offensive somehow. Like, man, like nobody, like, dude, we come out of the Yesters era, y'all playoff, man, and the Brickyard 400 is rolling in here. And WNBA, I speak about the Caitlin Clark, all these things, the fever, you know what I'm saying, marginally winning. Like, coach, this is not for you to fall flat on your face. You know what I'm saying? And I know Richardson, you know what I'm saying, is not going to be starter probably week 1 or week 2. But realistically, Brandon, outside of being super critical of the quarterback play, you really want to see what this new defense kind of looks like. Did Leatuala, will he make the next step in to become a playmaker? And you want to see, like, like I said, with this new OC, what he's going to bring and what he's installed, man. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, the coach can kind of stay above 500. That's what I think about, you know what I'm saying, going into this cold season, going into training camp.
Other NFL news that just broke, Adam Schefter broke, Washington Commanders and Von Miller have agreed to a deal. Two sides are finalizing their terms per a source, but Von Miller will be going to the Commanders, who loads up a little more other piece on that defense. Wow. They were a playoff team last year. They're trying to reload. I still think Giants are going to be last in that division, but you're going to get a healthier Dak. You got to believe, John, the Cowboys are going to be a little bit better than what they were last year. They also have George Pickens in there now as wide receiver if they can keep his head on a swivel outside of CeeDee Lamb. Washington, I like the move for Washington. And between them, Philly, and the Cowboys, I think it's going to be a dog race for that NFC East.
I feel good about the Texans winning the AFC South. Too many question marks. Not question marks, but they got question marks at quarterback in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Do they cut? Do they look? You know what I'm saying? I mean, clearly, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be starting, but you know what I'm saying, Sunshine's got a lot to prove. And then what does that look? You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? There's new paint going on as well in Tennessee. So, like, man, the Texans should get out to a real lead here, man. So, but you know, there's always surprises in the NFL, always.
Are you what's your thoughts on photo coming out July 4th weekend? Photo came out of future Hall of Famer Patrick Mahomes kind of with the dad bod. Didn't look as cut and skinny as he was, a little more chubbier.
Man, he wasn't in any preseason MVP. You know what I'm saying? None of the quote unquote experts have Patrick Mahomes as preseason MVP coming to this season, man. So Patrick, you know what I'm saying, got a lot of work to do, probably.
Do you like it? Do you like that like kind of an underdog statement for him, or what?
Nah, I like when they play with edge, and they haven't necessarily played like when they know, like, play with edge and know that even though you can't go whatever 14-1, whatever 14-2, whatever, but that Super Bowl is what that's what that team is defined by.
He's got the fourth best odds at plus 700 to win MVP. It's Lamar, Josh Allen, and Burrow before him.
I'm not. He ain't winning MVP. I don't think so. And that's not hating on him, man. He's just not winning MVP. He hadn't put up the glorified numbers.
Coach of
Last
the
2 seasons.
year candidates right
Who's
now.
that?
Top is Mike Vrabel, plus 600 with New England.
Man,
I
we'll
think they'll be
see.
better with him.
We'll see. He'll be better, man. I don't know, man. They still got some talent issues, man. But we'll see.
No, the biggest thing I got to ask you, and I wrote down some notable ones here
Okay.
on my sheet.
Uh-oh.
But
Biggest
Bleacher
one.
Report came out with, we've talked about this in plenty of other off seasons, their all-time top 100 NBA players. I don't know if you've
Okay.
seen it. Do you see any of this or not?
No, I have not. Did they not have Kobe in the top 10 or something?
It got trending.
Okay.
Let me just go through some notable names.
Okay.
Klay Thompson, 98. Jason
Top
Tatum,
100?
93.
Okay.
Chris Webber,
Okay.
90. Draymond, 88. Alonzo Mourning, 87.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler, 83. Grant Hill, 79. 78, Paul George. Let me stop there for a minute.
Interesting.
Paul George over Grant Hill? Your thoughts?
As a player, man, them last 2 seasons, I don't know. Oh man, Brandon, it's kind of tough, man. As an NBA player, you're talking about NBA player, it's kind of
All
tough.
time.
Yeah.
Ginobili, 75. Chris Bosh, 71. Dennis Rodman, 67. Joel Embiid, 66. I don't know about that.
Wow. No, sir.
I don't know about that.
No, sir. You gotta play. You can't play dead.
Vince Carter, 65. Dame Lillard, 64. Pau Gasol, 62. Carmelo, 60.
Interesting.
Tracy McGrady, 59. Luka
I would not have
Doncic,
Tracy McGrady.
57.
I wouldn't have Tracy McGrady over Carmelo Anthony. I would not.
Luka Doncic, 57.
I wouldn't have Luka Doncic over Carmelo Anthony. I would not.
Bill Walton, 55. Reggie
I would
Miller,
probably have
54.
I would probably have Bill Walton and Reggie Miller in the top 50.
Gary Payton's 53 over Reggie. 52, Dwight Howard. 51, Ray Allen. 50, Dominique Wilkins.
Boy, they wild. Bleacher Report is wild.
Oh, it gets better. Paul Pierce, 49. Russell Westbrook, 48. Anthony Davis, 45. Patrick Ewing, 40. Clyde Drexler, 39. Allen Iverson, 36. Steve Nash, 35. Nash over Iverson. You all right with that?
He got more VPs, man. He got more VPs. One played in the finals. That's two.
So
That's 6 in one hand, half a dozen the other.
Nash at 35. Number 34 is James Harden.
Over Allen Iverson? Man, you crazy.
33, Jason Kidd. So you got point guard run here. Iverson, Nash, Harden, then Kidd.
Kidd is up there.
32, Kawhi Leonard. 30, Chris Paul. 29, John Stockton. 28, Scottie Pippen. 27, Isaiah Thomas. 25, Charles Barkley.
Nitty gritty.
24, Giannis.
Okay.
23, Dwayne Wade. 22, Karl Malone. 20, Dr. J. 19, David Robinson. 18, Dirk. 17,
over the Admiral?
Yep.
Man, there's
Dirk at 18. Jokic.
Okay.
17. 16.
Over
Kevin
the
Garnett.
Admiral?
Kevin Garnett. 16.
Over the Admiral?
Over the Admiral.
I'm saying,
Over the Admiral. 15,
yeah,
Gary West.
Okay, Jerry West is the logo.
14, Oscar Robinson.
Okay, I'm with that.
13, Kevin Durant.
You said Kevin Durant was already. You telling me Kevin? Oh, you said Garnett. Kevin Durant is 13.
Kevin Durant is 13.
Man, money ain't real.
12, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
Number 11, Kobe Bryant.
So wait a minute. I love Larry Bird. You got Larry Bird over Kobe Bryant. Like, you got Kobe Bryant at where? 12?
11. 11.
11? All right, man. Give me the top 10.
Number 10, Steph Curry. Number 9, Wilt Chamberlain. Number 8, Larry Bird.
Whoa.
Number
Whoa.
7, Tim Duncan. I'll stop there.
Okay. They're going to say
Thoughts on
Magic Johnson.
Thoughts on Steph, Wilt, Bird, and Duncan being over Kobe?
I mean, you got to put them somewhere, man, but I don't know, man. But that's
I
tough.
was shocked, and Twitter was shocked when he was outside the top 10.
That's tough. I wouldn't.
It was the number 1 trending 2 days ago.
That's tough. That's all I can say. That's tough.
Number 7 was Tim Duncan. Number 6, Shaq.
Okay.
Number 5 is Bill Russell.
Okay.
Number 4 is Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Number 2,
LeBron James. And number 1, Michael Jordan. But they did have a huge statement on why it should have been could have been LeBron over MJ, but they went
they had
LeBron and then Jordan.
Yeah, going on that list, man. They had the white hire too high.
They pissed off enough people already with the other ones. They said we can't do LeBron over Jordan.
Yeah, that'd have been better. Crack Twitter.
But the Admiral, that seemed to motivate you a little bit more than the Kobe.
Man, Kevin Garnett is not over the Admiral, but I don't care. Man, he's got somebody said, man, he got silky smooth jumper. Like, yeah, man, it's silky smooth jumper in Brooklyn, silky smooth jumper in Oklahoma, silky smooth jumper on Steph's team. That's how he won a championship on Steph's team. But another story for another time, y'all. Brandon,
yes,
have you put any money on Brickyard? Anybody? Any driver?
Not yet. They don't have the stuff.
They ain't got them out yet.
No,
Okay.
There's another race this weekend in Dover before they get there.
Okay. I know point leader. Kyle Larson's point leader. That's the name that everybody knows or whatnot. But there's some rookie. That kid there's a guy from New Zealand. He's tearing up.
Shane Van Gisberg. Yeah, he's won the last 2 road courses.
I didn't want to mess up his name. That's one. And then the other kid, Ty Dillon, who's burning up some track, you know what I'm saying, on the Cinderella run himself. So, you know what I'm saying, hopefully some of that, you know what I'm saying, follows all his way down to the Circle City. When the Brickyard comes.
Some people have bitched that they have too many road course races now. They just did 2 back-to-back road courses. They're looking at bringing Chicagoland back up at Joliet Speedway, up in Chicagoland, bringing that back. That track is set dormant for like the last 5-6 years. So bringing that possibly back next year onto the circuit. They've brought back some old tracks. I personally would like to see Kentucky come back. Kentucky ended up canceling, like 2016, 2017 or something like that was their last race. Their first race was a disaster, a traffic disaster. YouTube it. YouTube NASCAR Kentucky race traffic. And there's people that didn't get into the race there's less than 50 laps to go. By the time they got into the track, they left cars on the side of the highways. They walked. Oh, it was a disaster. I watched the whole documentary of it. Crazy. But no, you look at your championship contenders. Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Blaney, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Logano. I will tell you this, looking at IndyCar side, John, Team Penske ever since that cheating scandal came out with him and they fired those top 3 engineers, it's been a
Mhm.
rough go for Team Penske cars. McLaughlin's crashed out, finished last a couple races. I know he did well in Saturday's race in Iowa, but Sunday's race didn't even complete the first lap, just like the Indy 500 with a big crash. Joseph Newgarden, God, just the bad luck. Both races in Iowa, both races, he pits while he's ahead. The caution comes out. So he gets put to the tail end. Happened with 10 laps to go. It screwed him out of a win. It hurt me because I had money on Joseph to win that race Sunday. So that
The rest of the
that
guys
was that was tough. Yeah, 100%. That was tough. Trying to think what else I have. Hey man, I'm excited for baseball. We got games back on Friday, starting the second half of the season. I like what the Dodgers, obviously,
right.
I like what they're doing out there, and I think they're the team to beat. But I think the Cubbies, if they can just get their pitching together, they have a strong batting order lineup that can compete with anybody. They've beaten the Yankees. They've beaten the Dodgers. I think they own the series right now with the Dodgers this year. And whooping that. The Boston Red Sox, we thought they were
I was going to say
dead.
they're streaking. Yeah, they've been streaking. Well, they've been streaking too.
Yeah, they got rid of Devers, which everybody thought that was they're selling the rest of the team off, and they have just turned it on since then. I think the NL East, you got the Mets, the Phillies. Those 2 teams are cooking now for the National League East race. I think that's gonna be a great seeing how that finishes with those teams. I know you got Atlanta and them in there, the Nationals and such, but I like those 2 teams there. You look on the AL side, obviously you got Yankees, you got the Blue Jays, and you got the Red Sox there, all fighting for that AL East side. The West is a little tricky, John, because I kind of like what they're doing out there and the Vegas Athletics, even though they're playing like shit. But lately they've been kind of playing a little bit better. They won last 2 going into it, but Houston's still up there with Seattle. I think Seattle can make a run. Tigers are just owning the Central. They're up 11 and a half, 12 games right now on the Twins and the Royals for that division. So, and then the NL, like I said, the Cubbies, Milwaukee, and St. Louis, and then my Reds. My Cincinnati Reds, 50-47. They won the last 2. They beat Colorado, but they have a big series this week. They start off Friday at the Mets, so we'll see what happens with the Reds there. And poor Paul Skeens. The man starts. He has great outings for Pittsburgh, and they can't hold the lead. They lose, and he doesn't get the win. He doesn't get the decision. Well, God dang it happened to him again at the All-Star game. He started the All-Star game. They scored while he was in. He couldn't get the win because they blew the lead. So that's just Paul Skeens' luck. The NL blew the lead for them, for Paul Skeens to get the victory there. But, man, I'm looking forward to it. Second half of baseball, this is where I really get cooked up. And Crossroads will be deep into the baseball this year for the second half going into the postseason.
Crossroads Sports going to be deep into that. Crossroads Sports are also going to be deep into this weekend, TBT.
Yeah, talk about that, John. I'm trying to move some things around. I've got a 40th party I have to go to, but I'm trying to mix that in.
Man, and you know what? Those are important, man. I had a great 41st birthday party myself, man, once upon a time ago. But man, Crossroads Sports will be at the TBT Hinkle Fieldhouse this weekend to see some of the former IU players and Butler players kind of square off for $1 million. It's the tournament to determine who's going to win the $1 million. But a lot of former college athletes will be there, man. I hope to catch up with some of the homies, man, and meet some new homies, man. But I know AJ Guyton will be there. If Brandon Weave can get his action together, man, he'll be on the sideline with me. But I'll be there for sure, man. TBT.
Yeah, TBT Indianapolis this weekend. Games. First game is 2:00 Saturday. All Good Dogs. That's the Butler team versus Valparaiso, the Shield 219. At 4:00, you got Assembly Ball, which is Indiana, taking on Fail Harder. That'll be those games there.
The homie played for Fail Harder, Jack Goki.
Yeah.
So
be there.
So some definitely, some high level basketball will be played this weekend.
And the night games, Carmen's Crew, which is Ohio State, they're going to take on the Go Time Green Machine. And then at 9:00 is Locked In Elite versus the Fort Wayne Champs at 9:00. That'll be there. And then games 5 and 6 will be Monday for the champions. And then the actual championship of that, the regional, will be played on Tuesday night, July 22nd. So I got to go at least over there. All sessions passes for all 4 sessions have been sold out. They did announce that on their website today.
Wow.
So that's really awesome to see. Let me get you some names. I know some of y'all are going to want to know some names of some people. Let me give you Assembly Ball, their team. Jame Durham, Christian Watford, James Blackman, Jerron Cumberland, Jordan Holes, Jordan King, Julian Gamble, Jawan Morgan, Luke Fisher, Miller Kopp, Noah Vonleh, QJ Peterson, Race Thompson, Troy Williams, and Yogi Farrell. That's your Indiana Hoosiers
Okay.
squad there. The coaching staff is Adam Ross, AJ Guyton, AJ Maher, Desmond Oliver, and Jack Verordi. I probably said that one wrong.
Mhm.
There. So that's the Assembly Ball team. I do want to check. I before I do Butler's team, I do want to check the 219 thing because I'm really curious if Shield 219. I want to see who's on this
You think
squad.
Coach Chris Artis might be?
AJ Reeves, Ben Creaky, Brandon Wood, Cooper Farrell, Corey Johnson, Victor Isaac Burnett. Look, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen much with YouTube. You know, they have young Mantis on their team.
They got who?
Mantis.
Okay.
Have you seen this kid? This
I
kid's
have.
got his body is backwards. His back is his front, and he's a little disformed from birth or whatever, but
Okay.
it's a side shot thing. Man's never
Okay.
played college basketball, but the dude is deadly. He
Re-
hits. He's a YouTube sensation. He is a YouTube sensation, but he's playing
So
for the
he's kind of like
Valpo
the guy
team.
with the one on. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so he's playing with them. He's the one you saw the video where he tried to check himself in as a fan in IUPUI.
Oh, okay. I got you.
He was there. Yeah, he's wearing the LeBron gear. This is the guy. So he's playing for the Shield 219. He played last year for him because there's a picture I saw of him posted of him and Yogi Farrell doing the jersey swap. So,
Okay.
but let me get you Butler because people want to know the Butler Bulldogs, our team here, who's all playing. Andre Screen, Avery Woodson, Bo Hodges, Jalen Thomas, James Justice Jr., Martise Klimble, Miles Tate, Sean McDermott from Butler,
Okay.
Shelvin Mack,
There you go.
Ty Gross, and Tyler Weidman as well. So
High level
um,
basketball.
people have asked me if Purdue was playing. Purdue decided this year that they were not going to be in the TBT, and they may try to do it next year. So, but they are not. But the team that's damn good, and I'm looking forward to seeing them as well, is Carmen's crew, Ohio State. They've won it before in the past. Cameron Brooks Harris, Chris Crawford, DeZonte Bradford, Eric Neal, Jeff Gibbs, Caleb Wesson. You remember Wesson from there? William Buford, Jared Solinger.
Oh, wow.
A who's from the TBT for them. So looking forward to it, man. The TBT, we're excited. Thank you, TBT, for approving the credentials. Myself, John will be there.
Absolutely.
Action gets underway Saturday. I'm doing my damnedest to get there. I have to at least pick up my credential. I might make 1 or 2 games and then have to bounce. But it's also WNBA. So I'm going to be downtown with work dealing with
A
the
great
WNBA All-Star
weekend for
game.
sports.
100%.
Great weekend for sports here in Indianapolis, for sure.
Tanner texted. I talked to Tanner the other day.
Okay.
We are getting close to college pick'em again, and I think it's going to be a wild year with pick'em. I just have a feeling it's going to be a wild pick'em.
I had a good year last year, coming off the year before, which was I feel like I was in the net negative. This is a year of transition, man. A lot of the power teams got new quarterbacks. They do have some of the same staff defensively. They do have some of the same staff running back wise. Going to be interesting to see I think the Heisman run. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just Arch Manning in the field, y'all. There's some other guys out here.
I told you I'm taking Cape Klubnik.
Yeah, he got Klubnik. Yeah, he got Klubnik to win the Heisman, y'all. So Clemson's back.
They back. So, all right, John. You're Jonathan Birdsong, Brandon Weave. The conversation will always continue. Facebook, Twitter. If something happens this weekend, we may go live. to talk, but we're in the kind of that slow period now with sports, with MLB firing back up. Basketball done, even though it's a basketball league. Training camps will start next week. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about with the Colts as well.
Yep.
We'll talk all that and more. Jonathan Birdsong, I'm Brandon Reeve. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and we'll see you guys again next week. Take care.
Thanks for watching.